What's going on? So today we're gonna do a solo abyss run here. Now for the solo abyss runs, highly recommend that you use food. I'm actually going to apply some right now so you can see. I'm just using this 12% increase to attack is very nice. You can use whatever food you want, but I would suggest using at least some form of food. Do I be bold and try the skip? Um, Fuck it. Actually, no. I'm gonna do this golem. Okay. This golem can be very annoying though. He literally just backs up into the portal. And I don't know if that makes me teleport when I'm fighting him, but I'm trying to avoid it. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now we... What? Okay. I think I'm just short, so... So this is obviously not optimal run right now. Because I decided to do the golem. If you're actually just trying to grind Guila, I'd highly recommend you just focus on Guila. Because if you don't deal a crap ton of damage, you kind of need all the time you can. I would say that Abyss is pretty difficult, so I'm coming in with about 3 minutes to go. So we're gonna see how I do. I'll open up her ult right away. And if you notice with Deanne, she is definitely like the strongest to go with this. As you can just sit here, tank attacks to the face, and then push her to stun. And you don't have to worry about the earth burst, because if I go right to the end and then it goes back up, the darkness, I'm gonna try to deal as much damage as you can with melee. Set up for the next turn. Just gonna deal as much damage as I can. There we do. Oh. Now this phase is the absolute best for Deanne because she literally just cannot take damage. Should be running out. And she should be dead here. Get some crits, please. Thank you. And as you see right there, like, that was a struggle. Even with... So I had attack food. It's a 16k attack melee and... Oh, snap. Okay. So you got to see something pretty amazing right here. You have a 1% chance of pulling a crafting blueprint. This is not a fragment. This is a full blueprint. So right now, if I wanted to, I can make a ring. Obviously, I prefer weapon, but that's amazing pull right there. This is my favorite part about the update, is the fact that you can pull just a blueprint straight up. Because the thing that's been locking me the most has been blueprints for sure. That's been a real struggle for me. So let's Let's get some Q keys back, and we're gonna try the Warden next. Let's use these. The boss challenge. No, actually, wait. I'm gonna go back out real quick. Sometimes it like glitches and goes down to the easiest difficulty. I just want to confirm I'm doing this. I'll probably reapply the food buff as well. Yep, we're good. To be honest, this I find a little more difficult than Guila, mainly because I can't, that cheese you saw in the beginning against Guila, you cannot do against this guy. The first time I ran it, I could, but the second time, I think they might have updated how her ability works, because she doesn't heal on every hit with this guy. I forgot to add the food buff. Whatever. It should last long enough. Oh, that was really slow. I would say the most difficult part about this is the extremely limited amount of time that you have. Alright, Dan is still amazing for this. But you gotta be a little more strategic. You can still use the ult very well, but more to iframe than anything. Like right here. My goal is trying to push them to stun. Come on, there it is. Now let's try to get back up to burst. And we got right back up to burst. And we try to deal as much burst with melee as we can. I don't know why he isn't charging. Okay, I'm starting to run out of time. Okay, we should be able to kill. There we go. As you see, time is a real problem. I got very lucky on that run. For whatever reason, he just decided he wasn't going to do the charge move. So let's see what we get here. Okay. We always take that. And as you see, the new rewards, like, I'm getting so many of these special tier up stones just because it went from simply from a 20% to 40% rate has made a big difference for me. And then getting 8 of 9 of these every time is amazing. You go through these super quick. This is 75% chance to drop, which is also really good. I mean, this stuff's always the same. That hasn't really changed. But biggest update would be the blueprint was significantly improved. They give you a lot more of these and higher drop rates for special tier up and magic beads. So that's the big thing, and that is Abyss Solo. So hope you enjoyed. Wait, before I go, I will show you my team. Yeah, the food buff's still active, so you'll see the boost stats. So this isn't actually what my team looks like. It's just with the stat boost, it goes up like a crazy amount. Look at 22k attack, 21, 18, yeah. This is not my normal numbers. I honestly think it's boosting it a little too high for 12%, but my main Deanne's at like 16k without this food. So the increase is weirdly significant. I don't know why it's so big. Something to do with the way they scale things, but it is highly recommended you use food. And as you see, without food there, I'm likely not doing enough damage to complete it in time. For whales, this won't be a problem. I think if you're a whale, this content is well within your grasp. But the thing is with this content, you actually need to play the game. If you got hell on farm, you could have a full conversation with another person. You could be doing 2 other things and still beat any hell boss outside of maybe Spider. You didn't really have to focus or think about it. Especially like Guila and Warden were like mindless for me before. I mean, Guila still is, but that's just because of Deanne. If you run Guila with anyone else outside of Deanne, it's going to be tough. But with Warden, it's just tough regardless. I think Warden is the hardest boss overall that they added. Just because he deals a good amount of damage. But again, it's not insane. It's just you need to get your attack up basically. To complete Abyss, you just need to really stack up your attack. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed. That'll be it.